But I'm just asking a lot of questions because I'm
And that's good. You have every right to ask any question you want.
And so not every cop,
and the reason why is because you're a taxpayer.
That's true.
You know?
And not every cop believes that. And I even told one of the cops, especially over here too, one of the cops over here, and he was like, he tried to say that, and I told him I pay taxes too. He was like, you work in the city of San Diego? I said, yes, I do, sir. And I said, and I pay for like my money goes to you. What the heck? Like,
yeah.
I would expect you to be more respectful.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Especially to just, I never went out of
And it's a new age of policing now, where law enforcement needs to communicate.
And personally,
to the community.
every encounter I've had with police officers.
Can I ask you, do you live in your beat?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
Do you live in your city?
I can't afford this beat.
Gotcha. Neither can we.
This is an expensive area of town.
No,
Yeah.
okay. And we can't because taxes are taken from us. So.
Yeah, taxes. I mean, taxes in California going through a roof.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another topic.
See, but taxes get taken from us to pay you guys.
Yeah.
And if you guys
taxes
are
get
doing,
taken from me to pay me too.
Exactly.
So.
But the point is that if taxes are getting taken from us, and the people that are working minimum wage jobs, barely starting their life, like even like 16, 17, 18-year-olds, 16, 17-year-olds that are emancipated, that are just starting their life, we would expect, especially if our taxes are going to the people that are supposed to be protecting us, not to hurt nobody.
Well, that's just one part of it. The other part is when they do, you know, the lawsuits. We pay for that too.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct. Yes.
You know, that hurts everybody.
Lawyers aren't really free.
Yes.
Let alone the reputation of the department.
Right. And our taxes go to the president and the Senate and Congress members to take vacation. You know?
Correct.
So, but that's
if we could only choose where our tax dollars go.
If we only could. If we could, it actually might be better.
Well, I know our schools would be better.
Yes, and I don't understand why California doesn't have the best schools in the United States with all the taxes we pay for.
I appreciate you saying that. Wasn't the lotto supposed to help that way back when they first started it?
Do you know how that works? Now, I don't know the financial exact numbers, but how that worked is, let's just say the school system, now this is from my understanding, now let's just say the school systems were given $10 million for their financial curriculum.
Right.
Well, if the lottery gives them $8 million for the lottery, so now you would think they had their prior 10 plus the 8, which would be now $18 million for their budget. But instead what they do, the school system now only gives you $2,000 or $2 million because you have the $8 million. So who knows what happens to that other $8 million?
See,
yeah.
I was going to say, I remember voting for that many, many years ago.
And it was a scam.
And it was like, oh, wow, great. That's going to fund our schools and benefit our education.
I voted for it too.
And our schools are terrible.
They're terrible. Yes. The teachers don't get paid what they deserve.
I mean, I don't want to say they're terrible. We have a good educational system here in San Diego, but they deserve better.
They do deserve better, and I think the teachers should be paid more.
Absolutely.
The teachers that actually put in work deserve more than teachers that do not.
True.
Well, and that's just like every profession, you know.
But you shouldn't choose your profession that has something to do with progressing our future, like the students now.
Correct.
Is what's going to make our future
That's
better.
why teachers should get paid top dollar, because they're educating the future. Absolutely.
They should.
Yes.
But at the same time, not all teachers are like that, you know?
But it comes down to morals and ethics on does that teacher want to put forth what
Even
they're
if they
supposed
were
to do.
getting paid what they wanted to, like a good amount of money, I guarantee most of the teachers wouldn't stay doing their job like they should.
I mean, teachers, out of their own pocket, I think they buy school supplies.
Absolutely.
No, not every teacher, though.
No, not every, but a lot.
No, but I mean, not everyone. But you know what? Sometimes, you know.
Every teacher that ever has.
So do I. And there's a couple I didn't think they did a good job. But
You're going to have that, man.
You're always going to have a couple bad apples. In every profession, though. Law enforcement, teachers,
But I think
construction.
nobody should choose the profession unless they really want to do good.
You're right. Absolutely.
Well, maybe they start off doing that, and then they get disheartened.
They get jaded. They get
Maybe
disheartened.
it's like, well, I should be making more money.
Correct.
Look what I'm doing for these kids, and then it kind of takes the
But it
wind
shouldn't
out
be
of your
about
sails.
money, though.
It does.
True,
It should
I
never
agree
be
with
about
you.
money.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks the world goes around because of money, but at the end of the day, it's about making your community better.
Well,
I
yeah.
agree.
It's gonna get better unless you show people better. Like,
Correct.
and what's going on right now is
But it
not-
starts in the
not
home
no
too.
good.
It starts with parents educating the children.
It does,
properly.
and just like how some cops are bad and how some teachers are bad, and just how you guys think some people may be bad and may intentionally be doing bad. Most of the time, it's not even like that. Nobody really has a choice, you know. Some
Well,
people
actually,
are-
I disagree with
some
that.
people don't.
Everybody has a choice. Some people make
At
good
one point in
choices
their
and
life,
bad
at one
choices.
point in their life, they do, but maybe they might be too young to make that choice for themselves, and they don't have the guidance. But that's why there
that's
should be
true.
more people to change that. But with what's happening right now, everyone's
You
being
could be a good
selfish.
teacher. What do you do for a living?
I'm very young. I'm 19. I just turned 19.
Are you at the?
I'll be-
Are you going to junior college or
No,
to
I'm
become
going
a teacher?
I'm going to military.
Oh, good. Military.
I want to be a therapist or I want to get into like psychology.
Okay. That's a good profession. So
I want to learn how to understand people. Why they.
You're on the right track.
Well, that's community right there.
Or a police officer.
you're
That's
on
right.
the right track.
One of those things.
Yeah, because you want to find out answers to why things are
You
happening.
want to make it better.
My two favorite teachers told me they were like, let me say the proper. They were like, I could have been a professor. Professors get paid more. They get paid way more.
Professors do because they're
Yeah,
mostly PhDs and things like
They
this.
could have been a professor, but they chose to teach at a high school to help the younger students better understand like
Right.
more about the community, and not even the community, but about Earth. Like it was my science teachers too. Like about how to like keep the world circulating at a like what's the word for it?
In harmony?
No, at a more like I don't even know how to say it. I'm just saying. But to keep the world circulating at a more like,
Secular.
No, like what's the word?
Explain it more. Maybe we'll
So that we have a future for our kids to live instead of the Earth dying faster. Like how to keep the Earth healthy.
okay.
How to,
Oh, yeah.
Like it was from my science teachers too, and I didn't expect that. Like they were
Well, you're
teaching
talking
us.
about
They taught us
developing
science and
good
stuff.
people or
Chemistry,
like
chemistry
cleaner
they taught
air
us, and earth
nature,
science.
you know.
No, to keep the world a better like, not even just like with science, but with society too. They still taught us that to take care of our earth and take care of our people.
Yes.
And
those
that's
are
what I
two-
learned, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Whether I get paid more or less, all I want to do is just make the
Well,
community better.
Excuse me.
Sorry about this. I'm administrative though. Can I do all this?
No, that'll be a
If
doc
you're gonna
sheet.
post that, block my face
Covering the car and use the fine? Correct. Cool. All right. Thanks, Josh. That was my only question.
Okay, got it.
And I'm on the way. Dan's helping out with the car.
Okay.
This kid's 17 and he's reported as an arguer. They're going to give me a courtesy transport to Dad's house. I called Los Cleanest. They're taking her. So we're all 10-8. They're dealing with the car and the kid.
Okay, sounds good.
Where are they taking her?
She's an adult, so she's going to
She's an adult.
I'm sorry?
She's an adult.
Yeah, that's what the officer said. I haven't talked with her. I'm assuming.
Good, good.
So
No, she
They're
wasn't,
good.
she wasn't born at 12. She was born at 5.
oh, like today's her birthday? I don't know.
I don't know if she's right.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I don't know.
Let me check.
Well, the thing is that if she's like 17 now and 18 in
No.
5 minutes, you know, I mean,
17
juveniles
is
hall's not
basically
going to take her.
like 18.
So.
So, you know?
Can you give me a rundown on what happened?
Well, all I know is that the officer who I just spoke with, he was doing a random patrol and then saw this car, which was reported stolen earlier in a different part of the city.
Okay.
He recognized the car from the earlier broadcast, and then he had a stolen car here. There was 2 people in the car, a woman and a man. The woman's an adult, and the male is a juvenile. So everybody's detained. She's under arrest for the possession of the stolen
Right.
vehicle. We cannot prove that she stole the vehicle, but she's just in possession of it. This gentleman is just being detained. We're going to give him a ride home to his dad's house and explain why we have him detained. And the owner of the car is en route to come pick up his car. So,
Awesome. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
Where do the
It's wonderful.
belongings go after?
the personal belongings, each person will take their personal belongings, and the owner of the car will
They would
come.
take their personal belongings, but you guys have them raise their hands before they got off the car. Before they got
Well,
off
that's
the
for a
vehicle.
safety thing, because
So how
sometimes
do you
people
know
who steal
if
cars
it's a
have
stolen car? How do you
guns.
know what belongings are theirs?
Well, they'll have to identify it. And what will happen is that
When
when
will
the
they do
owner, hold on, you're getting ahead of me. When the owner comes to pick up the car, then he'll come and say, oh, this isn't mine, this isn't mine, this isn't mine, and then it'll be impounded as part of the case.
What about their devices?
Like,
Phones.
like what?
Phones.
Phones, hers will be impounded because it's property.
Of who?
I'm sorry?
Of who?
Well, her phone, if she has a phone, it will be impounded.
What if it's my phone? Then?
Oh, well, you would just have to prove it's your phone.
Okay.
So,
Should I do that right now?
what kind of phone is it?
It's an iPhone 11.
iPhone, oh, they have 11s out already?
The iPhone X.
Oh, iPhone X, okay.
It's just like that white one that my sister has. Show them your right phone.
And is
But
it
no.
white?
Your white one.
What is the screen
Take
picture
it
on
off.
it look like?
It's red though.
It's a red phone?
It's red, just like that one. I can give it to you.